The British Empire began not as a grand design, but as scattered ventures, small islands of ambition on distant shores. Merchants and explorers set sail under the Union Jack, chasing trade, spices, and new worlds to conquer. What began as commerce soon grew into conquest. Forts became colonies and maps turned red with British power. The 17th and 18th centuries saw Britain rise above rivals like Spain, Portugal, and France through sheer naval dominance. The Royal Navy became the empire's shield and spear, ensuring Britain's reach from the Caribbean to the Indian Ocean. London transformed into the heart of a global network, a city where wealth from every corner of the earth flowed like a tide. The East India Company emerged as the empire's engine, blending trade with tyranny, diplomacy with domination. India became the crown jewel, a land of silk, spice, and rebellion, ruled from afar by merchants and monarchs alike. Across Africa, lines were drawn on maps with careless hands, dividing peoples and lands in the name of civilization. Australia, Canada, and New Zealand rose as settler colonies, extensions of Britain's identity planted across oceans. The empire was powered by iron and steam. The Industrial Revolution turned Britain into the workshop of the world. Railways, telegraphs, and factories linked continents, shrinking the world to imperial scale. But beneath the glory, exploitation thrived. Wealth for some, suffering for many. Slavery, forced labor, and the suppression of native cultures were the hidden costs of the empire's brilliance. Yet British ideas of law, governance, and science spread too, shaping the modern nations that would later rise. The 19th century marked the empire's golden age. Queen Victoria reigned over a quarter of the globe's people. The sun never sets on the British Empire became not just a phrase, but a declaration of its vastness. Red lines crossed every ocean, trade routes, colonies, and military stations forming the arteries of world commerce. But as the empire expanded, resistance grew. Revolts in India, wars in Africa, and cries for independence echoed across the seas. The First World War tested Britain's might. Victory came, but at a terrible cost in lives and unity. The Second World War shattered illusions of invincibility. Colonies realized that Britain could bleed too. In the post-war world, new superpowers emerged, and the empire's grip began to loosen. India gained independence in 1947, lighting a fuse of decolonization that swept across the world. One by one, nations claimed their freedom. The red on the map faded like the setting sun. The British Empire transformed into the Commonwealth, trading domination for diplomacy. Yet its legacy remained in language, law, and the very borders that still define nations today. The empire left monuments of achievement, railways, universities, and global trade networks, but also scars of division, exploitation, and cultural loss that still echo through generations. The story of the British Empire is not one of pure triumph or tragedy, but of ambition, consequence, and transformation. From rise to ruin, its legacy endures, written in every language touched by its shadow.